Okay, while we're settling in, we're going to just start doing a little bit of physical stuff. We're just going to move our head around a little bit because we haven't been, I don't know, you might have been singing a lot in the meantime, but I haven't done any at all. It's been quite interesting not singing a note for a few weeks. So just moving your head from side to side. And as you do it, try and think of stretching a little bit over your shoulder each time, a little bit more each time. And when you get to a point where you feel like you're getting a good stretch, just stay there for 5 seconds. And then move on to the other side as you need. And now put your chin on your sternum and give your back of your neck a nice long stretch. Good stuff, good stuff. And now up, looking up, close your mouth, and you should feel a lovely stretch down the front of the throat. Isn't that a glorious feeling? Really love that one. Good stuff. Okay, back down again. Forward stretch. And up to the ceiling. Try and keep your neck long while you're going up to the ceiling. Don't scrunch your shoulders. And back down again. Good stuff. Good. Find my notes, put them somewhere weird. Right. Yeah, let's move on to shoulders. Just roll our shoulders forward and backwards and forwards and backwards. Good. Put your hands on your thighs. Okay. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the floor and that your knees are at 90 degrees to the floor. You're not sitting at a weird angle. Good stuff. Right. And now we're going to just straighten our arms and open up our chest. And relax. And straighten the arms. It should open you up. That's very good, Dave and Marie. That's exactly what we want. Nice picture there of you. Good, relax it. Good. One more time, up you go. And this time bring your chin to the ceiling. And relax. Good stuff. Last little thing physically, we're going to do a little, just squeeze your shoulders and drop. Squeeze and drop. One more, squeeze and drop. Good. Now take a nice deep breath in through the nose and just sigh it out. One more of those, and in through the nose and out. Very good. Very good. All right. We're going to do our first little vocal exercise. It's very gentle. You're just going to go. Okay, so it's a long and then halfway through you open up onto an ah, and you just stay on the same note. There's no change. What I'd like you to think about as you're doing this is that the space inside the mouth becomes more and more active as you hum. So, and then that is what gives you the impulse to open your mouth. So it's not just Christopher says open, there's an energy that's bringing the sound forward. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2. And open up onto ah. Very good. One more of those, and gentlemen, you can sing it an octave down, up down there if you like. Ladies, be on the same note as me for now. Don't be that one. Be that one. That one. I lost me notes. Here we go. And okay. Are you feeling how the resonance works in the mouth? Is that something that you're starting to get a sense of as you hum along? Some of you giving me hands up and thumbs up and all that stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Good. This time we're going to go. So we're going up 3 little notes, back down, and then opening up onto the R. Okay. I'm going gently today because we're sort of easing the voice back into these sessions. So we don't want to punch you in the face straight away. Nice and gentle. Here we go. So. Last one. Okay, good stuff. So next up, I'm going to do my little favorite one, which is the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Remember, 4 and 7 don't have ands. They're just longer or 2 syllables. Okay, so here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Making sure that you take enough air in so that that isn't a challenge to sing. The other thing that you've got to remember is that although I don't want Julie Andrews' clipped diction, I don't want the thing which is the eliding. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. We don't want that. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. It's the nands that I don't like. Say, 1 nan, 2 nan, 3 nan, 4. Don't want that one. Okay. No nans allowed. I know that that's cutting a lot of you out of the picture. But no nans allowed. So it's 1 and 2. Yes, a little bit of glottal just to make sure that the separation of church and state happens. No, that's not what I mean. Separate between consonant and vowel. In my world, that is church and state. Here we go. So 1 and 2. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. It's a very fine line, isn't it? It's between being clipped and far too precious versus lounge singer style. 1 and 2, Elvis Presley. Here we go. So 1. Sorry. I just caught Jenny's face there for a moment. Here we go. So 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Okay, very good, very good. We're just going to do one more little goodie, which is just a little very quick scale down. We're going to do triplets on coo. So coo 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 coo, and that is to wake up the soft palate and the back of the throat nicely, so that you've got enough energy there and that you're aware of that little bit of your body. Here we go. And coo 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 coo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Forgot what key I was in. Last one. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Very good. Okay. Are you feeling warmed up in a sort of gentle kind of way? Good. That's fine. So the first song we're going to have a little look at now is The Last Rose of Summer. You might see that there's a bit of a theme to the music at the moment. Sort of the end of summer and the beginning of autumn, and harvests and various things are all in the offing at the moment. So if you have a pumpkin themed song, go for it. Let us know about it. Butternut squash. I'm wearing butternut squash, you see. It was a white shirt before, but I'm a messy eater. Anyway, let's go for Last Rose. Who knows Last Rose of Summer? Who knows this tune? Okay, here we go. So it's a very pretty little tune. I'm just going to sing it for you once, just the first verse or so, and then you can join in. Okay. 'Tis the last rose of summer left blooming alone. All her lovely companions are faded and gone. No flower of her kindred, no rosebud is nigh to reflect back her blushes or give sigh to sigh. Okay, does that ring bells to you? Okay, it's all right. One little tricky thing is the na So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time on that. It's a little bit of ornamentation. So no rosebud is nigh, nigh. So there's a little quick twirl, and then you go 3 little steps back up. So nigh. Does that work for you? If you want to do the little S and the little S shape with your hand as you do it, be a little bit Mariah Carey. Nigh. Then you're in good company after all. Yeah. So no rosebud is nigh, nigh. It's got a bit of a snaky thing going on there. That's why I put the S movement in there. The voice does an S. Nigh, nigh. It's like an S shape. It's not really. It's a zigzag, but S was a bit more serpentine. Okay. Shall we just go for the first line and just see how that goes? Because the other thing that's wonderful about this is it has this Irish lilt in it. And it's got to do with this. 'Tis the last rose of summer left blooming alone. There's another one there. Alone, alone. That one has a little roof on top of it. It goes alone. So 'tis the last rose of summer left blooming alone. All her lovely companions are faded and gone. See, it definitely feels Irish, doesn't it? It has a very Irish sort of flavour to it. It's a box tea on a plate, this one. Okay, then no flower of her kindred, no rosebud is nigh. And we're going to take our time with those last 3 notes. There's a little sign there saying molto rubato, which means rob Peter to pay Paul in terms of time. So you can speed up a little bit at the beginning. And then Paul gets the last laugh, so to speak. I've mixed so many metaphors, I don't even know where I am anymore. Let's try that from, so, no flower of her kindred, no rosebud is nigh, to reflect back her blushes, or give sigh for sigh. It's got a lovely little lilt there. Are you happy with that? Got the idea? Pretty little tune, isn't it? Let's try it again. So, excuse me. 1, 2. 'Tis the last rose of summer left blooming alone. All her lovely companions are faded and gone. No flower of her kindred, no rosebud is nigh, to reflect back her blushes, or give sigh for sigh. Okay. How's that gone? Happy with that? Are we ready to tackle verse 2? Great. Here we go. So, I'll not leave thee lone one to pine on the stem, sings the lovely sleeping. Go sleep thou with them. Thus kindly I scatter thy leaves o'er the bed, where thy maids of the garden lie scentless and dead. Okay. It's a cheerful one, this, isn't it? It's a bit gloomy. Sorry about that. When I looked into the theme for this this term, and I kind of was thinking about particularly the when it changes from August to September, there's always a big change, even if it's just a psychological change in our heads. We know that the summer is pretty much coming to an end now, and back to normal and all of those things. So there is a little bit of a feeling of a bit of bluesiness going on. But I found the most marvelous album by Frank Sinatra, which I think is called "The September of My Years," and my mission for this term is to go through the album one song at a time, just explore some of the wonderful themes that he's got. September song is from that album, although obviously I know it from the musical. I didn't know it because he sang it. So that's sort of part of the plan, is to do a bit of this soul searching that old Frankie did, but pepper it with a bit of fun, a couple of other numbers that are a bit more upbeat and stuff. So if you have any suggestions for repertoire, going through the usual channels, send Victoria a little note saying, I think we should sing this and that and the other. It'll be lovely. It doesn't have to be particularly autumn themed, but because most of that will be a little bit on the slightly whimsical side, if not wistful. Okay, I kind of think I'd like to move on to the next song now. So this is a all summer long, and it's a Beach Boys number. Who knows this one? Not one of the Beach Boys numbers that I knew particularly well when I encountered it. I was like, oh yes, it sounds like them, but I don't think I know this song. But it's got a nice, it sort of ties in with the theme that we have of thinking over the last summer, but with a slightly less dreary and feeling sorry for ourselves kind of undertone, and it's a bit more perky. Here we go. We're going to carry on with All Summer Long. So I'll just do a couple of these lines, and then we'll do line by line, because most of you don't know it. We'll just go sort of, sitting in my car outside your house. Remember when you spilled cocoa over your blouse? Okay, that little bit there is quite tricky. That remember when you spilled cocoa over your blouse. There's a little bit of a lilt. There's a swing to this rhythm. So cocoa over your blouse. And there's a semitone at the end of that note that you have to slide up to. Okay? And this is, I find this hard to do. I find this song very hard to sing, because I, being, slightly hit over the head with the RP mallet by my grandmother, I find it very difficult to sing in an American accent and just sort of relaxing things. So, but you can't go sitting in my car outside your house. Remember when you spilled Coke all over your blouse? Just doesn't seem quite so, doesn't work. So, I mean, as a comedy number, it certainly does, but not as something. So just try and relax rather than the thing that I was worried about during the warm up. Here, you can just start to relax those consonants a bit more. So, first line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting in my car outside your house. Remember when you spilled Coke all over your blouse? T-shirts, cut-offs, and a pair of thongs. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. Okay. Happy with that so far? So let's do that little line again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting in my car outside your house. Remember when you spilled Coke all over your blouse? T-shirts, cut-offs, and a pair of thongs. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. Okay, happy with that so far? Good. Don't get too I was I was going to say don't get your knickers in a twist about the thongs, because they're flip flops. We're not talking about underwear in this case. So okay, so it's t-shirts, cut-offs, and a pair of thongs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. Okay, so musically those two are very similar. Those two sets of the verse are very similar. Then the next little bit is a new musical theme. So 1, 2, 3. All summer long you've been with me. I can't see enough of you. I can't see enough of you. All summer long you've been with me. I can't see enough of you. Then again, all summer long we've both been free. And then, won't be long till summertime is through. Wonderful little figure there. When you think about the Beach Boys music, you don't think of it as being as terribly sophisticated, but they really are very, very clever with their music. You just get a sort of blast of lots of sound. As an audience, sort of, you just get washed over by waves of different stuff, but so much intricacy. So all summer long you've been with me. I can't see enough of you. All summer long we've both been free. Won't be long till summertime is through. And then we go back to the beginnings music with different words. You go miniature golf and hunting in the hills. When we rode that horse, we got a thrill. Every now and then we hear our songs. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. Okay? And that's basically how that goes. And we've been having fun all summer long. We just repeat that one line again. Okay? Let's just do that second verse. So So scannage is slightly different because there are fewer syllables. So except right at the beginning where we seem to have to cut one away. So miniature, miniature golf and hunting in the hills. I don't know why I say hunting. I don't know why it goes hunting, hunting. I suddenly go very appellation when I say hunting. So miniature golf and hunting in the hills. When we rode that horse, we got a thrill. Every now and then we'd hear our songs. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. We've been having fun all summer long. We've been having fun all summer long. We'll have another go at that from the top, shall we? So what happens is won't be long till summertime is through, but not for us now. I've left some of the backing vocals in because they're quite fun and you can have a go at them. Go and listen to the song like Teacher's Pet did, and then you can enjoy the backing vocals as well because they're fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go from the top. Sitting in my car outside your house. Remember when you spilled Coke all over your blouse? T-shirts, cut-offs, and a pair of thongs. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. All summer long, you've been with me. I can't get enough of you. All summer long, we've both been free. Won't you be? Why do I keep saying won't you? It's won't be long. Won't be long. So, or let's go from all summer long. All summer long, we've both with me. I can't get enough of you. All summer long, we've both been free. Won't you? Oh, there I did it again. Won't be long till summertime is through. And then we go back to miniature golf in the hills. When you rode that horse, we had a thrill. Every now and then we'd hear our song. Oh, we've been having fun all summer long. We've been having fun all summer long. We've been having fun all summer long. Okay, the last song we want to do is the September song. I think you'll recognize it. You might not recognize the beginning because quite often, as with lots of the music that I like, we all know the chorus and don't really know the verse. But as you know me, I don't let you off that easily. I make you learn the verse too. So that, you know, one day when you're in a pub quiz and somebody asks you, what song starts with the line da 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 da, you can say it because you've sung it before. So this is a really beautiful song from Knickerbocker Holiday, so around 1938. So this is just just at the time that Kurt Weill moved over to America from Berlin. And when I was a young man courting the girls, I played me a waiting game. If a maid refused me with tossing curls, I'd let the old world take a couple of whirls, while I plied her with tears in lieu of pearls. And as time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. But it's a long, long while from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, and I haven't got time for the waiting game, for the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These golden days I'll spend with you. I gave you a little rendition there. We'll break it down into little bits now. Don't worry about it. So did that remind you, anybody? Did you start to recognize it after me singing it? The first bit is in the true Sprechstimme style of Kurt Weill. So there's a sort of spoken quality to a recitative quality to it. But if we stick to a rhythm, it will make it a little less difficult to sing. So, when I was a young man courting the girls, I played me a waiting game. If a mate refused me with tossing curls, I'd let the old earth take a couple of whirls, while I plied her with tears in lieu of pearls. And as time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. It's much more free than that, but if we do it like that, at least then you're learning the tune. Okay, let's do a couple more. We'll do that little line by line. So, when I was a young man courting the girls, I played me a waiting game. Is that all right so far? Then, if a maid refused me with tossing curls, I'd let the whole earth take a couple of whirls, while I plied with tears and a lieu of pearls. And as time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. use that last little bit as a little unexpected moment. I'll let the old earth take a couple of whirls, and then while I plied her with tears in lieu of pearls, and as time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. Okay? Do you think you've got the first bit? Oh, getting lots of good nods there. That's fantastic. Clever lot, clever lot. Next bit, the more familiar tune is, but it's a long, long while from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September. Does that all go well with you? Are you okay with that tune? The one thing that you might notice is that we've got triplets as well here. So it's a long, long while from May to December. May to December are triplets. They're fat triplets, though. They're not tickety-tickety triplets. They're cha-cha-cha, tickety-tickety, cha-cha-cha. They're the big triplets, not the small ones. So from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September. Again, there's a little bit of triplet going on there. When you reach September. And was there another one somewhere that I can think about? No, those are all the triplets there are. Okay. Let's go from the beginning of the chorus. But it's a long, long while from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, and I haven't got time for the waiting game, for the days dwindle down. Let's look at this little next section. So this is the bit that's maybe not quite so familiar, and also it's quite loose. So it might be trickier than the lovely lyrical line that we've just had up to that point. Then, for the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These golden days I'll spend with you. And thank you very much, everybody.